to Right Brain Affairs. Today we're going to do a brief history of gnome families. When I decided that it was time to make gnomes, I didn't really know a lot about them. I decided to research and found that sure enough, there was a lot of info. And a lot of info is contradictory. The first part had to do with where it all started. Some say in Germany not long ago. Others say all the way back in Rome. One that they're pretty sure about was Switzerland. They believed they were real. So I read everything I could find, contradictory or not, about all the neat things that gnomes are and do. Found that they live underground, I'm sure you know that. And that most of them indeed are male. And for a long, long time, there were no females. And so I kept looking because that meant there aren't any gnome females, not historically or other. According to Wiki, said that yes, there are female gnomes, and that's a good thing, one guy said, because he couldn't think about reproduction amongst the males. And then there were little articles here and there about gnomes that were female. Like they stay underground, they're smart, they do all kinds of herbal stuff. But then it got pretty sexist. Like all they do is mend clothes, chat with other women, stuff like that. They do reproduce. They gestate about 7 months. One book in particular states that they only have twins. And since gnomes live to be maybe, it says somewhere 500 years, that around 120, another place said 40 years old, they're ready to have babies. In the one book where they only have twins, I couldn't find any others really to back that, except people restating what they said. Because a lot of the artwork or sculptures that go in people's gardens that started happening in Germany way back include little families. So I was happy to do the couple and happy to do the families. But then I started reading that often the little male gnomes will go out and help farmers or people in the daylight accidentally, and then they turn to stone. So avoiding sunlight at all costs. So here's the little female underground doing the raising of the children and taking care of things. And she's stuck for what, 300 years alone? I always make gnomes in couples, pairs, and having read all this and come to understand what happens to poor little lady gnomes, I decided that I would make a little single parent family. Now personally, I was a single parent most of my life, and I'm happy to report we've all survived. My kids are doing great. They're way grown up, and so am I. And I think it can happen for the little lady gnomes. I made sure to cite all resources I used. Please look for my next videos that go with this, that include making babies and baby carriers and mamas and kids.